Sadly, one of the funnest air-to-air missiles to play with in the US tech tree, or just in general, is pretty much gatekept behind a premium aircraft. Before we dive into this video, I'd appreciate it if you guys hit the like button and subscribed. Only 11% of my current viewers are subscribed, and if we're going to have any chance at hitting 10K by the end of the year, we need to get those numbers up. So the FA-18C Premium, rather it's the American Early, the German, or I guess the Swiss Early, or the British CF-18, the Canadian Hornet. I love that maple flavored Canadian Hornet so much. It's very dear to my heart. Anyways, they all arrived to War Thunder with a very new and very fun air-to-air missile, the AIM-7P. And the issue is, this missile is, well, pretty much only found on the premium Hornets. Now, yes, you do get them on things like the FA-18C Late and the FA-18E, and I think they're even on the FA-18F. I'm starting to notice a trend, and I'm starting to notice the issue. The only BR where these missiles are actually enjoyable and fun are ones where you're not only competing against Fox 3s. Don't get me wrong, the AIM-7P already has to compete against things like the R77 and even things like the AIM-120. Just depends on what you're going up against, especially if you're going up against those stupid premium fulcrums. Fulcrums. Yeah, or no, that sounds wrong. Flankers, not fulcrums. So I guess there is premium. I don't even remember anymore. If you have to go up against the premium flankers, that is a very big annoyance, for sure. Now, the AIM-7P, which makes it so much different and better than all the other Sparrows, is the fact that it actually has your lock-on after launch capabilities, meaning if you lose the launch, or lose the lock after launch, you can still regain and re-guide the missile. This is what made the R27ER so deadly for so long. This is a missile we probably should have had added to the game for the US, well, let's see, when was the R27 added? A very long time ago. Anyways, besides that point, Gaijin kind of, screwed with US players then, in my honest opinion. Anyways, the AIM-7P is now in-game. It's been in-game now for a while. I mean, at least a year, right? That's when the Hornet was added? I don't actually remember. Now, here's the other big issue. Gaijin doesn't really want to add this missile to other aircraft, and I understand the hesitancy. As far as I know, this missile was used on, only Navy aircraft, which makes sense. It is a naval missile. So, things like the F-18, the F-14, and maybe even later versions of the F-4. And as far as I'm aware, it would make a lot of sense to give this to, any sort of new F-14 getting added to the game. So anyways, Gaijin didn't do that. The F-14D Premium was added with no AIM-7P. I hate controversy. I've seen so many players say, oh, it couldn't. It doesn't have the ability to. I don't care. Actually, I genuinely don't care. We're in a time period of War Thunder where we see things like these premium flankers that have missile rails that they never had in real life, or they're carrying missiles they never used, or the Iranian Tomcat getting the R-27. So why would it make any sense to not just give the F-14D the AIM-7P? It served in the same time period, both are naval aircraft. Anyways, I'm getting off track again. And then there's also, things like the F-4S. Or, hear me out, a new Phantom, because we all love Phantoms so much. Give us like an F4J Late, or an F4S Late, or literally any Phantom. An F4G with AIM-7s would be dope as well. You guys kind of get the idea. So my issue with the game and with this missile is, if you want to truly enjoy it, you're going to have to spend $80 on the game. Or wait for a sale and spend $40. And then you have to pick between, well, your American Hornet, your German Hornet, or your British Hornet. And technically they're not British or German, they're Swiss and Canadian, or Canadian and Swiss. So you kind of just get a pick between these three F-18s that are pretty much all identical, minus the countermeasure count for the Switzerland Hornet, which I guess makes it technically the best one. I don't remember fully, honest. I don't really know. If you pick CAS, I guess your American one gets anti-radiation missiles, so that's a big plus. But you kind of get a pick between Hornets. You don't get any other aircraft. And then if you're a free-to-play player, well, congratulations. You can use the Super Hornet or the F-18C Late, and you can fight against top-tier Su-30s, JAS-39s, Rafales, Eurofighters. You guys kind of get the idea. Anyways, someone started a petition down below to have Gaijin add the AIM-7P to, every US aircraft that could use it, or in the same time period, because honestly, we're at a point where the controversy that would generate should be like nothing, because we've had the R-27ER on planes that just never had it, and I don't want to hear a single person say, "Oh, but Gaijin didn't give the MiG-29 the R-73." Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, like, there has to be some give here. If Gaijin's going to give Russia missiles that they shouldn't have at the time period, why can't the U.S. have a missile on a plane that was there when it was in service and very likely used it? Like, I just don't understand that argument. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed this rant. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Please make sure you've hit the like button and subscribed. I know it might seem like a niche thing, but it really helps out a lot. Also, feel free to join the Discord link down below in the description. You can absolutely spread your hate to me there. I always will see that within, a few hours or minutes. It depends on how mean you are. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.